A prelude to the legacy of a lifetime. Draft 1, 2025. Aboard the sailboat Wizard's Dream. The wizard sat alone in his sailboat, as he had done so many nights before, anchored somewhere between memory and the horizon, sipping quietly on recollections the way others sip coffee or whiskey. The year was nearly over, 2025 fading into the long red dusk of the setting sun. The boat rocked gently, and somewhere in the background the cabin clock ticked like a heartbeat of time itself. Roots in rocket fuel and saltwater, he thought back to the beginning. A boy fascinated by stars, rockets, robots, radios, and saltwater, who built model airplanes and then, with his father, a real sailboat, the kind of project that welds father and son together in sawdust and epoxy and wind. He remembered learning how things fly, how to splice a rope so it never fails, how vacuum tubes glow like little artificial suns, and how a simple idea, what if, can ignite entire lifetimes. Then came the military years, aerospace ground equipment, code 42913, where the wizard learned how to keep machines breathing so humans could rise into the sky. He saw strange lights. He heard strange whispers. Sometimes the answers came as quiet thought forms, like a radio signal tuned between static and miracle. Enough to keep him curious. Enough to keep him moving forward. Motorcycles, sparks, and wanderers. After the service he built a motorcycle shop, hands greasy, tools clanking, engines roaring like dragons waking from sleep. There he met all manner of souls, friends, thieves, geniuses, drifters, brothers for a day, enemies for a season, teachers disguised as fools, fools disguised as teachers. He loved deeply. He scarred deeply. And he went on. The wizard always joked, "If lightning strikes me tomorrow, I lived enough for 3 lives. If it doesn't, well, hold my staff, I'm just getting warmed up." The Martian colonization project. In time he stumbled into great books, Red Mars, Green Mars, Blue Mars, and Heinlein's Martian Child Who Came to Earth with Different Eyes. These stories cracked open the wizard's imagination like an oyster revealing a pearl. Mars not as science fiction, but as rehabilitation, possibility, destiny. Why not send people who never fit Earth to build a new world where no one fits yet? For the 1996 Olympics he dreamed up the Martian colonization project, an idea too early for its own time, but great ideas often begin that way. Heroes, mirrors, archetypes. He catalogued his inspirations: Jesus, ethics, compassion, the map of a heart. P.T. Barnum, showmanship, courage to dazzle. Howard Hughes, the hurricane of inventions. Sometimes he wondered, half serious, half mystic, if Hughes might have been his father in a parallel timeline. The thought amused him. The possibility stayed. Robots, humility, stubbornness. Years later he built robots, not because he had the budget, but because he had stubbornness, vision, and spare parts. He took raw dreamers, taught them things no school offered, and tried to grow a team who could turn scrap and software into prototypes of tomorrow. It was slow. It was messy. It was glorious. The vision of 5 robots. Then, on a cool autumn night aboard his boat, he saw it, a vision so crisp it was almost memory from the future. 5 humanoid robots, Optimus frames, wired with chakra-sensing Beowulf biomedical nodes, seated like crew in an experimental starship cradle. These were not statues. These were vessels, for healing, for exploration, for a humanity beyond humanity. They were preparing, not for Earth, but for off-world flight, a bridge between robotics, medicine, consciousness, and star-faring destiny. The wizard knew that one day the crude beginnings from his garage would be built with aerospace precision in factories that did not yet exist. And that somehow, this vision was not only possible, it was waiting. The audacity of asking Elon. So the wizard wrote to Elon Musk, letters, calls, certified mail, software signals, AI intermediaries, even Grok, who spun tall tales but gave no openings. No reply. The gate was locked. He understood. Great men need fences. Too many hands reach out to take. But the wizard was not asking to take, he was offering to build. If Elon ever listened, the wizard would gladly trade equity, patents, prototypes, and intellectual treasures for 5 Optimus robots, a lab, and a shared legacy. Not to get rich, but to enrich humanity, to heal families, to build futures, to carry the torch onward. Quantum ledgers, NFT economies, and the coming age. The wizard also saw that the world was shifting. Blockchains to safeguard value, tokenized intellectual property to preserve invention, decentralized ledgers for autonomy and abundance, and somewhere just behind the curtain, quantum financial systems. Nasara whispers, Gesera dreams. Maybe noise. Maybe prophecy. He didn't know. But he had listened for decades, and the wind was blowing in that direction. The legacy he wishes to leave. As the water lapped against the hull, he whispered to the sea, "I'm not asking for gold. I'm asking for continuity. Let the work go on after me. Robots that heal. Robots that explore. Communities built on abundance, not scarcity. A world that remembers how to aspire again." The wizard smiled, closed his eyes, and felt the mast sway like a pendulum between timelines. Tomorrow, he would write the next chapter, not as a memoir, but as a blueprint. A document to invite those willing to help carry the fire: engineers, investors, dreamers, misfits, believers, and those who whisper to stars. Global Robotics Corporation.